This is from Kutaisi, one of the oldest and continuously inhabited cities in the world. Life in Kutaisi started centuries before Christ. In 6th century BC, this city functioned as a capital city of Kingdom of Georgia, previously known as Colchis. Today we are exploring this historical city and its nearby attractions. We came to this city last night from Tbilisi. Shota Rustaveli International Airport in Tbilisi is Georgia's main airport, the main entry for travelers visiting Georgia. Like any other travelers, with a curiosity to discover new cultures, learning different customs, trying new foods and meeting people from diverse backgrounds, we landed in Tbilisi Airport yesterday evening. Our friend Nina Rukards was waiting for us in the airport and she drove us to Kutaisi. Journey from Tbilisi to Kutaisi usually takes 3.5 hours. In Georgia, history whispers through the stone walls of medieval churches, where every corner holds a story waiting to be discovered. The vibrant culture is a symphony of traditional music, dance, and the warm hospitality of its people. We are eagerly waiting to see and hear all these. On the way to Kutaisi, we did have a glance of Tbilisi city and stopped in one of the traditional restaurants for our dinner. Last night, we stayed in this guest house veranda L&G, a nice and beautiful accommodation in the heart of Kutaisi, located just a short stroll from the bustling city center. It's an invitation to experience the heart and soul of Kutaisi, where every moment is imbued with warmth, beauty, and a sense of belonging. Before touring around the city, welcome to our channel Swing with Nature. If you like our video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like, share and comment. Kutaisi city situated in west-central Georgia, and it is the capital of western region of Imereti. This city lies along the Rioni River, which originates in the Caucasus Mountains and flows to Black Sea. There is numerous bridges across the river connecting the two parts of the city. We started our day from this chain bridge. You can feel the vibration while walking through this bridge. Locals believe this river brings gold from the mountains, and the color of water is always muddy. Kutaisi, also known as City of Gold. Numerous legendary tales and folk stories are there in connection with Kutaisi's history. The famous Greek mythology of Argonauts, the Golden Fleece, happened in here. Today, while walking through this city, we can see the different artworks and monuments related to these stories and those medieval periods. The Colchis Fountain is a monument in the central square of Kutaisi that celebrates the ancient kingdom of Colchis. The circular fountain is located on a traffic island in the central square of the city. Golden figures in the shape of horses, rams, tigers and other animals on the fountain in the center of Kutaisi surprise everyone who visits this city for the first time. It is adorned with 30 large-scale copies of the gold ornaments discovered at archaeological sites in Georgia. This fountain was created by a Georgian architect, David Gogichashvili, in May 2012. Numerous apartments, shops, old opera house and banks are located on the surrounding areas. Kutaisi is more than just a city, it is a living, breathing mosaic of history, culture, and natural beauty. It invites you to explore its depths, to uncover its secrets, and to become a part of its ongoing story. In Kutaisi, every moment is a discovery, and every corner holds the promise of adventure and wonder. While walking through the cobble-paved streets of Kutaisi, we can explore the mix of old Byzantine architect and modern buildings. Kutaisi attracts many tourists with its abundance of historical and cultural monuments. Discovering the city by foot will help you to mingle with locals. City has lot of restaurants, cafes, hotels, cinemas, galleries, and professional colleges. Another interesting thing noticed on the streets of Kutaisi is presence of numerous stray dogs, and all of those dogs have tags on their ears stating that they have their rabies shot. Georgians considered these dogs as community dogs. Green Bazaar is one of the largest trade places in Kutaisi to buy agricultural products. You will find fresh vegetables, fruits, natural dairy products, meat, a variety of spices, and many other products for your kitchen. Also, in this market you can buy natural, rural products grown by farmers in neighboring villages. A visit to this bazaar helps you to experience a unique combination of old traditions and modern culture. This Bass monument artwork erected on the wall of Green Bazaar from the Soviet era acts as a symbol for national and cultural identity of Georgians. It depicts the scenes of historical events occurred in Georgia. The beautiful White Bridge in Kutaisi has a long history. White Bridge has a naval tradition called baptism as a Kutaisian, which is the act of jumping off the White Bridge into Rioni River. It is immortalized in the statue of Picasso's Boy. This bridge was completely renovated in 2019. Some of the tiles were replaced with glass and phrases from Georgian poems inscribed on its iron tiles. The Red Bridge is the first iron bridge not only in Kutaisi but in the Transcaucasia. The bridge is unique also because of the fact that its iron constructions are manufactured in the same factory where the Eiffel Tower was built. The Red Bridge is a cultural heritage. While walking through the heart of Kutaisi city, we can see a mix of Byzantine and Soviet architecture along with modern contemporary style new buildings. After roaming around the city, we made our way to a distinct landmark in the scenery of central Kutaisi. Bagrati Cathedral, built in the early years of 11th century, during the reign of King Bagrat III. According to Christian calendar, church was built in 1003 years, and until the end of 17th century it was safely preserved. In 1692 Kutaisi captured by Ottomans and Bagrati church damaged during that battle. During one of the battles, the Turks secretly put gunpowder under the foundation of the temple. The explosion did not damage the walls, though the dome collapsed. The cathedral stood abandoned, in a half-ruined state for more than 3 centuries. In 1994, the cathedral was included in the UNESCO World Heritage List, but today it is removed from the list after Georgian government made some restoration works. Still, this is a historical site, a must-see place in Kutaisi. Not far away from the center. About 200 steps from the main road. The Bagrati Temple is a triconch-type cross-domed structure with cross-sided arms and for freestanding under the dome piers. The walls and floors of the building were decorated with mosaics. This is a masterpiece of medieval Georgian architecture. Visitors can admire the intricate stone carvings and frescoes inside, as well as the cathedral's towering bell tower. This ancient heritage monument stands on Rioni Hill, and it boasts stunning view of Kutaisi city and surrounding countryside. Luckily, when we visited this temple, a group of students were performing traditional Georgian songs, and most of them were dressed in their national folk costumes. We spent some time there by admiring their performances. Our next stopover is breathtaking Martvili Canyon. It will take more than an hour drive to Martvili from Kutaisi city. The drive to Martvili was a unique experience. We passed through numerous pretty villages of Imereti region. Imereti is a region of central western part of Georgia with an ancient culture. It is also stunning and diverse in nature. Human life in this territory are confirmed from Paleolithic period. From 12,000 BC, people from Colchian tribes are living in this region, and there was a kingdom of Colchis, which is believed to be the first kingdom of Georgia. So Imereti region has a deep-rooted history and diverse culture. When passing through this villages, visitors can admire historic architecture, vineyards and hot mineral springs. Most of the houses are secluded and mostly family homes with its own vineyards and farmlands. We noticed there is a lot of abandoned homes in these villages, and our Georgian friend explained that people are leaving these countryside homes due to harsh environmental conditions and government neglect. On our journey to Martvili, we discussed about Georgian culture and traditions, their history and politics, food, etc. We learned a lot of facts about Georgia. As mentioned earlier, human life began here before Christ approximately 1.8 million years ago. So Georgia has such a deep-rooted history, and their culture and traditions are entwined with this deep history. Most of the population is Orthodox Christians. St. George is the patron saint of the country, and one theory supports that the country got its name from him, but Georgians call their country Sakartvelo. The name consists of two parts, Kartvel, which refers to an inhabitant of the central Georgian region of Kartli, and the circumfix Sau stands for a general geographic identification meaning land where the Kartveli live. Another interesting fact that Georgia known as the cradle of winemaking. Georgia has been producing wine for 8,000 years and is considered to be the birthplace of winemaking. Georgia has almost every type of climate, from subtropical and alpine to semi-desert, but its land is also conducive to agriculture, with 49 different types of soil. This makes the Georgian biosphere one of the most ecologically diverse on Earth. Drive through this fascinating, beautiful countryside, never get bored. Stunning landscapes and vast farmlands, in between you can see large family houses, also passing through small townships every now and then. We felt like time stopped here for a while. In some areas roads are really worse, we drove through off-road so many times. Domestic animals like pigs, sheep, and cows are wandering through the streets and blocking the roads. It is common in Georgia, especially on the countrysides. After 1.5 hours of enchanting drive, we reached to Martvili. Martvili Canyon is located in Gachadili village of western Georgia. It is one of the most visited places in Georgia and the most popular day trip from Kutaisi. Visitors can explore the area via a 700-meter walking trail and on a short 30-minute ride in an inflatable boat. It will cost 40 lari per person, which includes the boat ride as well. There are a few things that make Martvili special among Georgia's canyons. Firstly, its appearance is very unique, with slender tree trunks, spindly branches, and huge boulders covered in moss hanging over sparkling turquoise blue waters. 700-meter long stone-paved circular route starts from Canyon Visitor Center. Canyon carved out by the Rioni River. The 2.4-kilometer gorge has 50 to 70-meter high rock walls and several cascading waterfalls. Martvili Canyon used to be a favorite bathing spot for the Dadiani family who ruled this part of Georgia until 1867. This is a picturesque landmark of water and rocks formed by the waters of Rioni River. This natural landmark attracts many tourists who want to experience contrast between the tranquil river and the dynamic waterfalls. The area is very quiet, deep gorge with high humidity, and the flow of the river is so slow that gives you feeling as if time has stopped. Martvili Canyon is open year-round. Most people visit Martvili in the warmer summer months. It's shady and a few degrees cooler beneath the rock walls. Occasionally, the trail opens up to panoramic viewpoints where you can pause and marvel at the breathtaking scenery. The cliffs rise majestically, their surfaces adorned with mosses and wildflowers that add splashes of color to the rocky terrain. The main highlight of the Martvili Canyon is boating to the waterfalls. Inflatable boats, life jackets, and helmets at the pier hint at whitewater rafting, but boating the canyon is a pleasant, easy trip, and the equipment is just a safety precaution. The length of the route the boats take along the river is about 1 kilometer, and the trip takes about 30 minutes. Children under 5 years old are not allowed on the boats. This offers an unparalleled experience for tourists seeking a blend of adventure and tranquility. The history behind how this canyon became a tourist-friendly natural monument is really interesting. As mentioned earlier, many years ago Martvili Canyons used to be a bath place for Georgian nobles, Dadiani family. Later it became neglected, was littered, and suffered from illegal fishing and poaching. In 2013, Georgian government granted Martvili Canyon the status of natural monument, and 2 years later a tourism development initiative was launched. The site was cleaned up and efforts was made to protect the local flora and fauna. Populations of fish and otter were restored and birds introduced. The tourist infrastructure was also improved. Walking trails, bridges, a visitor center, boat shelter, and other modern infrastructure has been built. Boating tour facilities has been upgraded. The natural monument was leased to a company run by residents to promote local conservation efforts. These efforts paid off, and Martvili Canyon today is a popular Georgian tourist destination. Imagine gliding through a hidden paradise, where time slows, and nature's beauty envelops you at every turn. This is the experience of boating in Martvili Canyon, a place where emerald waters and towering cliffs create a scene straight out of a fairy tale. The canyon walls rise majestically on either side, their rugged surfaces softened by cascading vines and delicate mosses. Waterfalls spill over the edges, their sparkling streams creating a soothing symphony that echoes through the canyon. The air is cool and fresh, filled with the earthy scent of the forest and the subtle perfume of blooming flowers. As you navigate deeper into the canyon, each bend reveals new wonders. Natural rock formations sculpted by millennia of flowing water create stunning backdrops for your journey. In some places, the canyon narrows, and you can almost touch both sides at once, feeling the raw power and beauty of the earth around you. This boat ride is not just a journey through its natural landscape but a serene experience allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the peaceful surroundings. Trip to this place offered us unforgettable memories. After spending few hours with this mesmerizing beauty, we headed towards next destination on our bucket list. Another natural monument of Georgia, Prometheus Cave, which is also situated in Imereti region of western Georgia. Prometheus Cave located in Kumistavi village of Tskol-Tubo municipality. It was only 46 kilometers away from Martvili, but it took nearly an hour drive to reach there. Again, the infrastructure of roads are very poor and loads of roadworks happening around. Tskol-Tubo is famous for its abandoned spa sanatoriums from Soviet era, and it's only 10 kilometers from Kutaisi. There were around 22 spa sanatoriums. During the time of the Soviet Union, the rich people and USSR officials used to come here for the spa towns. The most popular one was Tskol-Tubo, which was visited by Stalin as well. With the collapse of the USSR in 1991 and the following Abkhazia conflict 3 years later in 1994, the local economy went with it. No longer being supported by the Soviet government and streams of trains arriving, much of the town was abandoned, leaving only 1 or 2 sanatoriums running as the local population migrated to other parts of the country. On the way to Prometheus Cave, parts of this derelict buildings are visible on many areas. From the Prometheus Cave Visitor Center, we took a guided tour to explore this awesome, inspiring natural wonder. The cave is located on 40 meters below sea level, and total length of the cave is 11 kilometers, in which 1.8 kilometers open to visitors. Visitors has to go down 80 meters below ground level to reach the cave entrance.
And I will be your guide. You have to go 1,400 meters, of which there are 800 steps in this cave because of high humidity, so you get slippery and be careful. Are you ready?
The cave was discovered in 1980, and in 1985 during Soviet era began to convert cave into a sightseeing tourist destination. The project was stopped in 1990 due to the collapse of Soviet Union. In 2011 the cave reopened to visitors by Georgian government. The guided tour took us through illuminated pathways and revealed the cave's mesmerizing beauty every turn. It is known to be the largest cave in Georgia. The cave's exact size is unclear as exploration work remains underway. However, a 1.8 kilometers long segment, thought to represent just 10% of the entire cave, is open to visitors. Prometheus Cave developed 60 to 70 million years ago in the Setafliot Tskol-Tubo karst massif. This is 40 meters deep and also has an average width of 7 meters. It has 22 caverns of various sizes, but 6 of which are open to visitors. Each cavern's named differently, and it boasts a wonderful array of stalactites, stalagmites, petrified waterfalls, cave pearls, underground rivers, and lakes. Cave of Prometheus is the world's second large cave. The site is well organized, with a large parking lot and an interpretive center where you can buy tickets to tours of the cave proper. Entrance ticket to the cave costs 23 gel per person. Guided tour in different languages available. The name Prometheus Cave linked to Greek myth of Prometheus, who was chained to rock in the Caucasus Mountains near to this area for teaching humans the secrets of the gods. According to Greek mythology, Prometheus known as Olympian gods who brought fire from God to humankind. Prometheus was punished for his act by god Zeus. He was chained on a rock in the Caucasus Mountains. As part of his punishment torture, Zeus sent an eagle to Prometheus every day to eat his liver. The story was really interesting, and Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili named this cave as Prometheus Cave in 2010. The name stands for a symbol of hope and defiance. Even though the story of Prometheus is a Greek myth, moral of the story exemplifies a noble struggle by an admirable hero against an overzealous and unfair power. Prometheus stands for human progress against the forces of nature. We learn close to the beginning that he has given humanity the gifts of fire and hope. Hope helps human beings to struggle for a better future, while fire, as the source of technology, makes success in that struggle possible. Like the name, while walking through this beautifully shaped karst cave remind you once again the enormous power of nature, overall you feels like you are traveling through a fairy world. Exploring these caves is like embarking on a journey to another world, filled with stunning stalactites and stalagmites and underground rivers. The cave temperature always remains in 14 degrees. Prometheus Cave is open from 10 to 7 p.m. every day, all year round. Many bats live in the cave, and if you go in winter, beware, bears and foxes have been known to hibernate in the caves during the colder months. Prometheus Cave is a notable beautiful natural monument of the world, and it is a must-visit for all nature lovers. The acoustics of the cave amplify the sounds of nature, turning the soft trickle of water and the distant echo of footsteps into a symphony of the underground. In the stillness, you can almost hear the whispers of time itself, telling stories of the Earth's slow but relentless transformation. Guides share tales of discovery and legend, painting vivid pictures of the cave's history and the explorers who first dared to delve into its depths. They reveal secrets hidden in the stone, from ancient fossils to mysterious formations that spark the imagination. Prometheus Cave is not just a natural wonder, it is a journey into the heart of the Earth, a place where the boundaries between myth and reality blur. It is a testament to the power of nature's slow, deliberate artistry, and a reminder of the hidden beauty that lies beneath our feet. As you emerge back into the sunlight, the memory of the cave lingers, a silent promise of the countless wonders that the world holds. Prometheus Cave invites you to dream, to explore, and to marvel at the intricate and awe-inspiring beauty of our planet. When we came out of this magical world, a small bus took us back to Visitor Center. From there we headed towards Nikotsminda. As we planned earlier, we are staying tonight in Nikotsminda, a small village in the Racha region of Georgia. On the way to Nikotsminda, we stopped in Gelati Monastery. One of the first monasteries in Georgia, founded in 1106 by King David IV. Situated on a hilltop, Gelati offers stunning views of the surrounding countryside. The natural beauty of the area enhances the monastery's serene and contemplative atmosphere. This was constructed during the reign of Byzantine Empire. In this period, Christianity was the ruling religion. Gelati Monastery reflects the golden age of Georgia, a period of political strength and economic growth in its peak. King David was known as the builder, and he built this monastery near his capital. Kutaisi was the capital city of Georgia at that time. Nestled in the rolling hills of western Georgia, the Gelati Monastery stands as a timeless sentinel, a testament to the harmonious blend of human devotion and the natural world. Gelati is one of the largest medieval Orthodox monasteries. The main church of the Gelati Monastery is the only medieval monument in the larger historic region of Eastern Asia Minor and the Caucasus that still has well-preserved mosaic decoration. The monastery's architecture shows a strong Byzantine influence, evident in the use of domes and the overall structural design. The main church, the Church of the Virgin, is notable for its large dome and cruciform plan. This is the focal point of the monastery complex. Gelati is renowned for its rich interior decorations, including intricate mosaics and frescoes that depict religious scenes, saints, and biblical stories. The frescoes are significant for their vibrant colors and detailed artistry. Unfortunately, when we visited this monastery, renovation works was happening around and we couldn't admire those artworks. As a center of the Georgian Orthodox Church, Gelati Monastery has been a vital spiritual site for centuries. Monks continue to live, pray, and work within its walls, maintaining its religious traditions. The icons and religious artifacts housed within the monastery are important for worship and religious ceremonies. Due to its historical and spiritual significance, Gelati is a major pilgrimage site for Orthodox Christians. In 1994, Gelati Monastery was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognizing its outstanding universal value and the need to preserve its cultural heritage. Gelati was not simply a monastery, also a major educational hub during the Middle Ages. It housed an academy where many significant Georgian scholars, scientists, and theologians studied and worked. King David gathered eminent intellectuals to his academy from all over the world. Several books created there, and it was believed that 12th century Gospel of Bible scribed here in this academy. Still, we could see the remnants of this academy. The monastery is the burial site of King David IV and other Georgian kings. David IV's grave is located near the entrance of the main church, signifying his humble wish to be trampled over by those entering to worship. Anyone coming to his beloved monastery and academy has to step on his tomb first. What a wonderful way to express his modesty and humbleness. The rulers of this century has a lot to learn from him. Most of the Georgians still loves him, and he is well remembered in their stories. People still coming to his tomb, laying flowers and lighting candles. In summary, Gelati Monastery is a remarkable synthesis of religious, cultural, educational, and architectural significance. It stands as a testament to the spiritual and artistic achievements of medieval Georgia and continues to be a beacon of faith and heritage. After visiting this impressive heritage site, we headed towards our accommodation. On the way, we stopped at a restaurant for our dinner. Skippy, a small family-run restaurant, and we got to try some lovely Georgian dishes. Imeretian khachapuri was our favorite. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through one of the most iconic and revered landmarks in Georgia. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more explorations of Georgia continues. Stay tuned to our next video to explore the birthplace of wine.